Okay, I'm just gonna remove this inner guard real quick. I got a reflection from this light that's working almost like a reflection board. It's pretty nice. This is a setup you guys probably seen. It works. I don't know how I can set this up to where you can see it in motion, but hopefully you can see it from there. See it in action. Pretty much you just taking so I got this fender loose, so I'm just going to go in here and just massage these out a little bit more. Can't be afraid of it. As you can see, I'm making a lot of progress on this, despite this little bit that I've done. Now, I'm not sure if I warned you before, but when you see me go with that suction cup, maybe that's as far as you guys should go, unless you feel confident, because I don't want to lead you guys in the wrong direction. Because I tell you, when I first started doing this, I made the jobs worse than what they were, to be honest with you. And I would just have to sand it down and do it the traditional way, because you get in the habit of where you try to rush, and when you're behind here, you're really pushing too hard, and next thing you know, you stretch the metal out too far. It's one thing you want to avoid doing. I mean, you can always knock it back down and try to work it back out, but you'll just add more ripples to it. So as long as you take your time and you caress it, and you're actually not pushing the dent out. You're not trying to force it out and push it out. If you watch the reflection and the movement of this fender when I'm behind it, you'll actually see I'm just massaging that dent. I'm just slowly actually creating heat in a way, and slowly massaging that dent out until it's ready to come out. I know it sounds weird, but you got to work with the dent, and it takes a little while to get that, and that's why it's not for a lot of people, but it does work. And as you can see from the before and after of this, like if I'm going to walk by this now, even though I got a trained eye, I might catch it. I'll see the little waviness in the fender, but for most people, shoot, this will be fine. You know, I might even at the end, you got this one spot here, but I might just hit that with my airbrush real quick. Turn the wheel a little bit more to give me some more room at this thing. If you can see that, but I'm just working those creases. Just trying to slowly bring them out. And I'm just doing this for the most part so it doesn't can back in when someone leans on it. Because if I wanted to get this perfect, I'd have to get out my reflection board and cast a shadow on it. Because right now I'm starting to lose my shadow. When you hear me talking about that shadow and how you've seen it, that straight line on it, well, as soon as it hits a dent, it kind of gets off shape. It throws the shape of that shadow out. And with everything lined up, when you're back there caressing it, you'll actually see that line come into line. It'll line back up with its original shadow. And then you'll know you'll have that dent all the way out because it'll be a straight line. Right now I'm just doing it by eye. this one a little bit more. I don't want to go too far with it. I should really have my board out. But I just wanted to show you guys the suction cup. I just wanted to show you guys the suction cup part of it, but of course I'm way too picky for that. I'll spend an extra 10 minutes on it just to get it. Make him happy. He's a good guy. Alright, I don't want to go too much further than that without throwing the board on it. And another thing, I also use this method on cars that actually have paint damage too, just to get the dent out far enough to where all I have to do is sand it down and put a thin film of glaze on it, a putty on it. That way I don't have a heavy build. You know what I mean? So I'll get that dent out as far as I can, and I can do this without drilling holes in the fender. And if I'm doing it that way, I won't have to be so tedious with it. But in this case, I don't plan on repainting it right away, unless I get the job for it. So I'm just gonna take my time on it for the most part. But if you're a body shop or just regular do-it-yourself, and you just want to get it close, and you plan on painting it anyways, this works, man. I remember having dents like this and knocking them out from behind with a hammer and tapping them back down and putting putty on it. Man, when I started doing it this way, I saved myself so much time, because now I'm starting to get my body line back. I got something to follow, and I don't have to recreate that whole body line again. It was worth it, you know? I just don't use it enough anymore. I'd have to spend a good 2 hours on this fender to get all these little ones out. This light's actually putting up a pretty good shadow. I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm going to stop there. Maybe you just use regular touch-up paint for this. I'm going to take and just touch that up real quick. Okay guys, this is the real deal. But there's nothing wrong with using some touch-up paint if that's all you got. But I got this already mixed up a little bit. Got my activator, got my chroma base. I had just a little bit in here, so I just threw together a little batch. It's all mixed up there. This is all strained already. Like I said, it's just a small batch. So. Stuff's like water. As you can see, DuPont, baby. Chroma base. Also, another paint I like to use. I'll show you a custom paint job I did, and it came out really good. It's a place called Restoration Shop. You get this stuff online, and I did an awesome flake job. Actually, on my wife's car, and it'll blow your mind, man. It came out really well, and it's not that expensive paint. And actually, one of my cars are. You'll find it on their website, not a custom shop site. I painted. Let's do it to it. Show you how fine I'm going to shoot this. Stuff's like water. But I'm only running about 20 psi on that. Starting here by putting a little, get this one spot filled in a little bit. Well guys, there it is. Like I said, I didn't get it 100% perfect. If I had more time, I would spend another couple hours on it. I probably got 45 minutes into it right now. It really isn't nothing for as far as I came. As you can see, I got the body line back. That's a big accomplishment right there. You know, if you've done body work before, getting that body line back is a tough task. And if you could do that without having to reform it with filler, that's a big step. So if I were to take this to the next step, I'd probably work them just a little bit more, sand this back down, go over with some glazing putty, and just give it a small film, small glaze of putty, and reshoot the fender and re-clear it. But only because of that scratch there. If it wasn't for that, I'd do it all in PDR. I would get behind her and massage all those dents out the rest of the way. But I got another job for you guys, so I got a head gasket job I'm getting ready to bring in. So I gotta get started on that. So for now, as you can see, this guy, he should be happy with that. I'm not even gonna say nothing to him. I'm gonna see if he notices it. And see what he says. But hey, like always, thanks again for watching. If you learned anything, subscribe, that's all I ask. Comment, leave me some feedback. If there's anything you guys want to see, any tricks in the trade. I'm pretty versatile, you know. I know a lot of stuff. I've been around this stuff all my life. I grew up in a full-blown shop. And we did a little bit of everything, so I'm also an industrial mechanic. That's what I do full-time right now. So I got a wide range of information I can share to you guys if you like. And I'm more than happy to share it with you, and I'm willing to learn myself. You know, if you guys want to give me some suggestions or anything you want to do, man, I'm here for you. Alright, catch you guys next time. Just be careful. Remember, I warned you about this. It's not as easy as it looks. So maybe you just want to go as far as that suction cup. Just a fair warning.